Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Welcome to a Friday Reads video. Happy Friday everybody. Today is August the 13th, so it is a Friday the 13th today, so depending on if you're superstitious or not, I am not, it's just another day, but it's kind of fun, you know, to think about superstitions and things like that. Everybody has something different, you know, that they, believe in or don't believe in. And for those of you who've been watching my channel for any length of time know that I am an owner of a black cat. I, of course, used to have two, but Gorn passed away last week. I still miss him terribly. So all of you who are asking, yes, I am still very much grieving for him. And I have my moments. Thursday while I was at work, I got a call from the vet's office to let me know that his ashes were ready to be picked up. So we're going to go and do that today. And that I needed some time after I got that phone call. You know, bringing his ashes home. I mean, even though I was there when we put him down, getting those ashes back are still going to seem, it's that extra bit of finality to the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? And it still breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my heart. I miss that cat like crazy. So yeah, so for those of you who have been asking, of course, and I'm going to be grieving for him for a long, long, long time. He was a family member, and it's just like losing any other family member that you love and care about, or friend, or anything at all. You know, you have your good days and your bad days. So, you know, luckily we still, of course, have Bernard. You know, he's been a real joy lately. I think he knows. And he's been sleeping in bed with me at night, you know, keeping me company. Not that Gorn was ever one to climb. I mean, he would occasionally, but not very often. And Presley does as well. My mom's cat, Presley, who's a gray tabby cat. A large gray tabby cat. Who needs to go on a diet, but don't we all? He put on the COVID-25 like the rest of us. So yeah, so that's how I've been doing. I was actually at work twice this week. I went into the office on Friday, or no, I went into the office on Monday and I went into the office on Thursday. And then next week I'm going to go in on Monday and Wednesday. So until the end of the month, it'll only be a couple days a week. And then after Labor Day, it will be like 3 days a week. So I'm probably going to be doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because Thursday at work was just, it really quiets down. So to not have to be there while it's like completely quiet is always a bonus. So anyway, I'm rambling away as I usually do on these Friday Reads videos. So let me share with you guys what I have been reading. So yesterday on my way to work, I did start a new audiobook because I finished an audiobook this week. So I'm very proud of myself for that one because I haven't been in any kind of an audio mood at all for the last like while. And the last audiobook I listened to, of course, I'll talk about it on my weekly reads coming up on Sunday. Didn't particularly love it, but this one I really think I'm going to love. So I apologize. I do have my ring light up, so if this, you know, makes any weird, yeah, see, there's the ring light. Because here's a secret, you guys. I'm filming this on Thursday night. I thought I looked cute, so I thought, you know what, let's sit down and film. So I started this on Thursday, and this is An Endless Cornish Summer by Philippa Ashley. I did grab the audiobook of this one from Audible. It was on sale, I think, for like $5 or something like that, so I grabbed it. So this one is really cute. I'm only about 10% of the way into it, but it's about a woman by the name of Rose. And at the beginning of the book, in the prologue, she has and is diagnosed with this form of anemia that requires, for her to get better, she needs stem cell or bone marrow transplant. So she gets this transplant. Then the book flashes forward 4 years to, I guess, present day, if you will. And she was raised by her grandmother, and spoiler alert, I mean, it's right at the beginning of the book, her grandmother passes away. So her grandmother had ended up writing her this letter before she had died, saying that, you know, in the event of my death, the one thing I really want you to do is try and find your donor, to thank them, because she went on, like Rose went on to get her PhD, and she's like an archaeology teacher at Cambridge University and all these things. So she's spending the summer in Cornwall on an excavation type dig, and found out that this is where her donor's from, so she's trying to hunt him down. And it turns out, it seems like it's, we don't know yet, I mean, we're only 10% of the way in, that it might be this local guy in Cornwall named Finn, who is a shipbuilder. So far, I am absolutely loving this. This is exactly the kind of thing I wanted. I do love these UK chick lit women's fiction type books. I just think they're an utter delight, and so far I'm really enjoying this one. So I will not get this one done by Sunday. It probably won't be until next week because I find like I'm really only listening to audio for like maybe an hour a day and generally not at all on the weekends. This is more a commuting back and forth to work when I have to do that, or if I'm spending an hour or so doing admin type stuff at the office to listen to an audiobook. But most of the time, you know, I'd rather be reading digitally or physically. So yeah, but I am really enjoying this one so far. So the other book, because I've already got my e-reader up, or my tablet up to show you guys, is I am reading, of course, a Harlequin. I listen to these on my Gloss app with the text-to-speech. So this is a little bit different than audio. I was listening to these at night. That was my big thing, is that before I went to bed at night, I would listen to the Gloss app text-to-speech and play the Happy Color game right here on my Samsung. But I've been really tired lately, and I'm like 20 minutes in, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. So what I've started to do this week actually is this is how I start my day now instead. So when I get up, I, putter around, I take my morning medication, do all those morning things that you need to do. I go down, I make myself a cup of coffee, I come back up to bed, and I lay in bed. Like, the bed is made, but I lay in bed. And yes, I am still in my pajamas. Don't judge me. I don't shower until after all of this. And then I play the Happy Color game, and I listen to my Harlequin book on text-to-speech, and I'm happy as a clam. And I listen for like an hour every day. It's a great way that I'm starting my day. So now when I go to bed at night, I try and read a chapter of whatever book it is that I'm reading. So I still like to start and end my day with reading. I always have liked to do that, but it's just in the different forms. So all that being said, I am buddy reading this with Bree, of course, from my co-host on the Categorically Romance podcast, as well as Erin from the Book Broad. So we are reading The Texas Seal Surprise by Carrie Lynn Webb. And I'm about 40, not quite 50% of the way through this right now. And so far I'm really enjoying it. It's about a woman who comes to this small town in Texas to stay with her sister after she had a bad breakup, and she knows, like, she arrives in town and she's pregnant. It's not a surprise to her. She knew that coming to town, but she's there to help her cousin, reopen her grandparents' store, and she meets a cowboy, and it's a romance, and I love it. It's so delightful. It's that perfect small town charm. There's these older people, these two older gentlemen and an older woman, and they are just like in everybody's business, which I don't know what it is about old people in people's business that I love, but I love it. So this one I am really, really enjoying, and I am looking forward to getting it done. Again, I'm hoping to have this one done on Sunday, but we shall see if I get it finished by then. And the last book that I'm currently reading now, I've been reading this one for a while, but I've been reading this one since the 1st of August. However, I did put it down for over a week, mainly because, of course, with Gorin, and then I just wasn't feeling like reading, and then I ended up picking up a couple other things. So I'm getting back to Texas Redemption, pardon me for the hiccups, by Linda Brody. This is a standalone novel. It is a historical romance. It's about a woman by the name of Laurel and a guy by the name of Brody. And I don't want to get too much into the backstory on this one because stuff is kind of being revealed as the story goes on. But suffice it to say, at the beginning of the book, what you know, like as the reader at the beginning of the book, is that she was a prostitute back in, I want to say, St. Louis. And he was one of her business associates? Clients? What word do we want to use here? So anyway, and he told her, like, he kind of fell for her, even though she was, like, doing her job, and, that he was going to come back for her. And no, I guess I can reveal this because you kind of find this out, like, pretty early on in the book. So he's like, I'm going to come back for you. And then she ends up escaping because, little unknown to him and unknown to everybody else, she was being held there against her will. She was kidnapped when she was only 15 years old and brought to this brothel. So essentially a sex slave, in lack of a better term, but she actually really fell for Brody, and she knew him under a different name. So this woman named Ollie ends up saving her because Ollie was working in the kitchen of this brothel, and she saved her, and they went to Texas. So now they own and run this like cafe in this small town in Redemption, Texas, and this takes place after the Civil War. So Brody had been off fighting the Civil War, And now he comes home, and it just so happens to be the exact same town that Lauren and Ollie have landed in. And his brother Murphy, I think that's, or Murphy, he's actually engaged to Laurel. So it's kind of a thing with the two brothers. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm not quite halfway through it at this point. I did get quite a bit of reading done on this on Thursday at work because it was quiet. So my goal is to get this done by Sunday. So we shall see. So of the 3 books I'm talking about today, 2 of them I'd like to have done by Sunday. I've already finished 4 books this week, you guys. I'm very, very pleased with that. So my reading mojo is definitely taking an upswing. So yeah, so I'm enjoying that one. And that's really it, you guys. A short, quick, easy Friday reads. No major plans this weekend. Next weekend I'm going to go to the library. Hopefully I get some of these library books done so I can take them back. I did just renew a bunch of them because I'm not going to get to them in time, but that's okay. And this weekend I'm vlogging. I'm actually started vlogging on Thursday, and I'm vlogging for the Read 1,000 Pages challenge that goes over a whole week. So from the 12th of August until next Wednesday, which I want to say is the 17th or 18th, but I'm not absolutely certain date-wise what it is. But yeah. But anyway, I'm vlogging that, so that is fun. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have for this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments below, what are you reading this weekend? Do you have any fun plans this weekend? And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.